no snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Over here.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
319.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming. Running for it, Montgomery. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Oh, he's not going to get it by much, but on 4th and 1, all you're worried about is moving the sticks. And here he's able to fight his way forward for a couple of yards, and that's all he needed.
That's fine. Yeah.
First and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
319! 319!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! No. Check! Patriot! Gone!
A first down throw for Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Mike Daniels able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Complete here, it's high. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. First down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And shutting him off, now open field. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cleveland Browns coming back on offense. That gives us a chance to look back at their victory again from last week. They had gone 635 days without a win.
What? Hold on a second. How many days?
635. but now, after this 3-game stretch they've had, they're 1-1-1. They could be 3-0, and people are saying, geez, Charles, why can't they win 7, 8, 9 games?
Yeah, and I think that's a legitimate question. And I also think it's one that the Browns will talk about behind closed doors, but we won't hear it out in public. There's a quiet confidence starting to build with this team, and it's happened over the last couple of years, even though they had the lousy year last season. The drafting got better, the pickups in free agency. They just feel good about who they are, and let us not forget, drafting Baker Mayfield at #1, there's something about him. He has that it factor, and Cleveland's starting to follow.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Detroit! Now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Gun!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Mayfield. That escapes the sack. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Nick Perry coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Second down, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. His pass caught at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
319!
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team.
And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
Inside. Over here.
He's going to get it running right. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. And the Browns getting set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Perry in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Packer football here as fourth quarter. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken. Yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So now from a defensive perspective, they might still have a pulse.
Yeah, that probably would have sealed their fate, but now they're still within 2 scores.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll come out in the pistol. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clay Matthews coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The quick slant caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They come up in an offset eye. Throwing, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? To throw, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Out to the flat for Hyde. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Carlos Hyde. A 2 have cut it back within a score. The try here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
Williams. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Again, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.